giddy mood because we have been working so much on our master and I'm so excited to show you. So basically when we first moved in, the upstairs felt like really neutral, plain. You could kind of experiment however you wanted with it. And so it took me a while to understand my style and what I liked. And now that I'm finally getting into the groove of things, I am making this pretty much like my passion project, like this whole home. And it's so fun to have the freedom to just decide what you want. And I just enjoy the whole process of actually curating certain spaces and shopping around for home stuff. It's honestly like a hobby. Like it's become such a joy, and hence my good mood because I love it. And we have been progressing so well with our master. So basically I decided that I really wanted to complete a space every single year. I find that that is better in terms of fulfillment, I guess, because what I was previously doing was doing a little bit for a bunch of different spaces. And so by doing that, nothing ever felt fully complete. Like I was progressing with the home, but it just didn't feel complete. And so I would rather just focus on a couple of rooms and spaces in the home and make that year's goal. And that way, when I move on to other spaces in the next however many years, I know that these spaces are already done and perfect and really don't need much, maybe just like a seasonal refresh if I'm feeling up for it. And so the 3 spaces that I wanted to do this year was this closet. I want to pretty much get everything done and finalized. I also am doing the master, as I mentioned, and our guest bathroom. I think home styling really makes you think about what you want out of a space, and I love that. I've become quite passionate about this actually, and I think honestly my mood is really dependent on how good I feel in a space, and you spend so much time in your house, and so to make it a room and an environment that you love, I think is so important and special. I will also show you the Pinterest board that I have for the upstairs. So this is currently what my board is looking like, and you will see that there are a lot of like florals. I really love the addition of florals in a home. And you'll see that there's a lot of like warmer tones as well. It's still minimal, but it's just got a little bit of a almost country, almost French side country feel to it, if you could give it that. And I love like the mix of old and new. I think that looks so beautiful. You can probably tell by my Pinterest board, I'm loving hydrangeas. I also just love getting ideas for like consoles, just the whole idea of creating a space is so fun. And I think the more and more I browse, the more and more I can dictate what I like and don't like in a space. So yeah, I'm basically going to just take you on this journey. I wish I had some videos or clips of what the master looked like when we first moved in, because it was very, very different, but I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So yeah. So we did quite a big Adairs and Pillow Talk shop. They had a 40% off Adairs and 30% off Pillow Talk. So I thought I would just go all out and grab a lot of the things that I have been eyeing out. This was so insane to carry, but I'm so excited to show you everything that we got. Okay, so the first thing that we got was this gorgeous olive sheet set. So I'm really glad about that because it comes with pretty much everything that you need. And I have been eyeing out this set because I actually ordered the polka dot quilt cover from Adairs and some blue sheets as well from their stone-washed cotton line. And so I'm waiting for them to come in as well. But I also love the really small polka dots on the olive, and to match that I got this beautiful quilt cover set. You can see what it would look like. It's got the most dainty scallop trim over both the quilt and the pillowcases. It is such a beautiful material. You can see the detailing. It almost has like a linen look to it, which I love. And they have one that is a black lace trim, but the black lace trim was very gray, the overall quilt cover, and so I leaned towards the one with the brown trim. So I'm really happy with this because it complements the little dots on the olive. We also got, this is actually for the double bed that we got for mum, and so we got a pillowcase and we got the same sand fitted sheet as well. Again, such beautiful quality, and the color is stunning. It's like a beautiful creamy beige. This is what I have been wanting for so long. So on top of the bed, I wanted like a really chunky knit throw, and I struggled to find one. So when I saw this in store, I immediately had to get it as well. This was such a last minute purchase, but it was exactly what I was looking for. And I'm so excited because it actually unfolds to this beautiful big throw, and I'm very excited to put this on our bed. Oh, this is just so exciting. The next thing that we got was from Mum, because she has seen our quilt cover that we love so much, and we had to get her one as well. It is truly the best quilt you will ever have. When I say that my sleep has never been better, it has never been better. It is the best quilt out there, and I could not recommend this enough, so I had to snatch it up as well. Then from Pillow Talk, we got the most adorable big cushion to put across our bed as part of like one of our styling cushions, and it has the most gorgeous little detail. I love it. The color is perfect. I really love when accent pillows are neutral. They're really easy to style with colorful bedding, and that means you don't have to change it out as often. But the color on this is so beautiful, and the texture is amazing. I am really excited about this. To pair with this big pillow on our bed, we got these gorgeous cushions. I'm going to say the word gorgeous a lot because everything that they had in store was so beautiful. I had to go to 2 stores to get these because they're so popular, but they're in this beautiful taupey color, and I think it adds a nice contrast and warmth to the room against all of the linen and boucle that we have in our furniture. So I'm really excited about this, and I've always wanted cushions that you can actually design like that. I feel like they look so designer in a home, so I'm very happy with them. And then I loved those pillows so much that I ended up getting them in this color too, so it's almost like a matching moment. This is pretty much for us to use interchangeably within the bedrooms depending on what our bedding is for the week. So yeah, I'm obsessed with them. Again, it has the gorgeous detailing. The quality is amazing. I just know these are going to last so long, and they add so much character to our house. But that was pretty much the haul that we did today. And I will also show you the stuff that comes in delivery because I'm waiting on 2 more quilts and another sheet set. So yeah. This is what our master is currently looking like. We've done quite a lot to it already, but our bedding, of course, is looking so good. I've currently got like a yellow and pink combination going on just to brighten up the room. I really like changing your bedding to the season, so since it is quite hot, I thought this would match the best. We have this ottoman which we're actually going to change because we are getting a new bed frame, I think in a couple months, and that bed frame actually comes out about maybe 15 centimeters or 20 centimeters, and so obviously we can't put an ottoman there, otherwise there would be like an awkward gap. And we're also going to change our rug as well, so I want a rug that's a little bit warmer. But other than that, I'm very happy with our bedding, and I think once we get the new frame it will look so good. This is our side table at the moment, which I love. We have our lamp, vase. I've currently got my diffuser going as well. And I love using these like silver trays to keep my little nightstand stuff. And then after that, we are also going to change up this black wall. So the black is just too harsh, which is why we're also changing the bed frame. It's just too harsh for my liking. I wanted to warm the space up, and I think the black is quite strong, so we are thinking of paneling the walls with like a wood, which I think will complement the side tables and like the warmth that I want in this room. And then recently what we did, we installed these S-fold curtains, which we just did I think about 2 days ago. They look so nice and they are so dreamy. I loved it. It was actually not too difficult to install. We definitely had problems with our stud finder, so we did have to drill a couple too many holes extra, but nonetheless we got the railing up, and once you actually get it up, it's actually really simple to put them in. And we also hemmed the bottom of the curtains. And this is what they look like. They are so beautiful. I am obsessed with how they look. We decided to go for the Bardwell fabric, and so it has this beautiful linen look. I wanted a curtain that was as sheer as possible because I do like a lot of natural light coming into the room. And we have our reading chair, as we have had for a while, but I'm going to change out the throw to a deeper, warmer color and add another cushion, maybe something similar to the one that we've got on our bed, just a different tone. But I definitely need a little bit more contrast in this corner. And we also got an ottoman, which I love. This is actually from Pillow Talk, and it complements our chair so well. This was a custom chair, so it was kind of hard to find a boucle that would complement it well, but this Pillow Talk one did the job really well. And on top, I've got a wooden tray, which I actually got from IKEA, and I'm planning on styling it with some books, maybe a candle and a vase. I'm just thinking of exactly how I want to style it. And then we also installed this the other day. This is an artwork, and it is of two horses. I think it is so beautiful and fitting for the room. I got the frame from IKEA as well, and the print is from Etsy. But I love what it adds to the room, and I want to pull in more of those tones for the couch so that it doesn't look so monotone with the beige. And then we actually have our TV here, and we've got some baskets because we have these light switches just behind here, and they're quite contrasting. So I thought a good way would be to add some baskets, which I really like. These are from Freedom, and I like how the white ties into the boucle in this room. But yeah, other than that, I'm thinking of maybe adding some wall scones, or I'm not too sure, I'll see. But nonetheless, I'm super happy with how things are turning out. I feel like it's all coming together. So I am currently getting ready to actually go out, and I wanted to actually run you through my Eid plans. So I've basically written them down on my phone. I have a couple of dishes that I wanted to make, so I thought it'd be fun to actually run you through what I am anticipating on making on Eid. Now, I love seeing what other people make on Eid. It's so fun for me. So I thought it'd be fun to show you what I make. And basically every year I will like write out a list on my phone, and I'll use that to plan out what I'm going to be doing, since there's quite a lot to do. I always say that I'm not going to do too much, and then I always end up doing too much, but I think that's part of it. I think it's fun to gather around and like share food and eat and connect. So I think I'm just very fond of that, and so I tend to overdo it a little bit, but nonetheless I love it. I love feeding people. So I planned it out by entrees, mains, and then dessert. So for entrees, I wanted to make some focaccia. I love making homemade bread, and so I think focaccia is a really good bread to have with dips. And then I wanted to make a hummus dip, a roasted tomato and burrata dip. Also, I cannot guarantee that all of these will get made, but here's to hoping. So I also have a crispy lamb and eggplant yogurt. And then we also have my mum that is making papri chaat, and that is basically, I believe it's like an Indian dish, and it's so delicious. If you haven't had it, it's kind of like crispy tortilla chips that has chickpeas, and it's beautifully spiced, and it's topped with like a yogurt, I think it's like a green sauce, I believe, from memory. I haven't had it in a while, so I might be completely wrong about this, but I do know that it has barbecue sauce on it. So it's kind of like a sweet, sour, salty. It's just really good. I think it hits like pretty much all of the senses, which is why it's so yummy. And then for mains, I'm making like a quick little salad. We are having biryani, which is my mum's specialty. She makes the best biryani. No, it's beautiful. And then I'm making Yemeni farsa. And so Yemeni farsa is basically this dish that I made this one day, and it was from this video that I saw on TikTok. And it looked so good that I just had to recreate it, and it's delicious. And you pair it with sahawak helba, which is like a fenugreek sauce. It's so good for you. It is the base is fenugreek, and you basically blend up like coriander, chili, lemon, and like other herbs that you like, and it makes a really nice, slightly bitter, very herby sauce, but it balances really well with any kind of red meat to kind of cut through the richness. And then we're also making a prawn curry and okra as well. I love okra. That's like one of my favorite veggies. And then I'm also making salig, which I think I featured in one of my previous videos. It is so yummy. I made it during Ramadan and it was so good. I love it. It has to be one of my favorite dishes of all time now. It's amazing. We're also making naan and butter chicken as well, which is just a classic for so many people. And then for dessert, I have baklava. I love making baklava. It's so fun for me to make. I'm also doing like a saffron, pistachio, and rose ice cream that will be in the Ninja Creamy. I'm making, I think I might be butchering this pronunciation, but it's zunud. Zunud el sit, I think that's how you say it. And I love making that. I had it at this dessert store one time, and I have been making it ever since because I couldn't get it out of my head. And then I'm making Portuguese tarts, which I love. I'm biased to. It's one of my favorites. And I'm also making brownies that I usually make, but this time it's going to be with pistachio and kataifi in it, just to make it a little bit more wholesome, a little bit more decadent. But yeah, that is pretty much the list that I write up. And yeah, that is pretty much what we're doing. I'm hoping I can get a couple of clips in as well.